Hey, it's Maren, and this is the weekly astrology and tarot forecast for the week of January 12th through the 18th of 2020. So this is a big week because we start off with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which is a huge major event that we've been looking to for years of collective immensity. So this is going to be a really important reading for each of us, diving into collectively what's going to happen. We'll start out with the tarot cards. I'm going to be using the Dark Angels Analysis Screws Tarot deck, my personal deck that I use when I need to get to the bottom of shit, because this will be a week of getting to the bottom of shit. So we're going to do a Celtic Cross spread, then we'll get into the astrology and further round things out with the Oracle deck cards, because we really need to see how this is communicating to us this week. Ooh, okay, so unsurprisingly, this definitely looks like fairly intense alignment here. So we'll start out with the first card representing the situation at hand, and we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a reminder that with abundance can actually come some challenges. There are things that we don't necessarily want more of, and that as things expand, we have to keep up sustainability. So let's get more insight by the second card, the Complement card. We have the Magician inverted. The Magician is a card associated with Mercury, of our logical faculties and our magic of the mind. Inverted, this is saying that the situation at hand is not one that's figure-outable. It's one that is intuitable, and that we don't need to be clever. We just need to follow our gut, honestly, not try to logicalize it. The third card is the potential for the situation, and we have the Queen of Cups, which is a really beautiful card of reminding us of the immense power of yin energy, how much strength lies in receptivity, and that this situation at hand actually has the potential to mother and strengthen us. So many cups cards. So the fourth card representing the unconscious reason for the reading is the Ace of Cups. We want emotional fulfillment, and we want to be like safe, and we want to be secure, and like we're being filled up with the emotional, heartfelt waters that might have felt kind of barren during this Saturn, Pluto, Capricorn bullshit. The fifth card has to do with the recent past, and we have the Five of Wands reversed, if I can ever pick it up. This has to do with us expecting strife. Like in the past, we were actually expecting a worse outcome than is what is happening. The Knight of Cups is the sixth card relating to the future, and because the Knight of Cups is the active energy of emotion, be wary of someone untrustworthy in the future, or be wary of this leading into you being open into something that is untrustworthy as a whole. The seventh card, oh my god, again, if I can pick this up, is the Knight of Wands, which for us to be the Knight of Wands is really badass, because like this is the person that is solving the problems. This is the person that is running around to do shit. There's a possibility of insensitivity here, but generally like we are going after this now. The second card is the influences or environment around us, and the Two of Pentacles, or the eighth card, is the Two of Pentacles, and this card has to deal with moving or like material adjustment, or we're juggling material things. So we might be moving, we might be changing financial situations, there might be a party joining us in some sort of asset way. There's some material change happening on around us. The ninth card is our hopes and our fears, and my favorite card that I have tattooed came up, the Three of Swords. So we are really hopeful that this can lead to greater emotional intimacy. This doesn't seem like a relationship, so it's just in general greater emotional depth. And we're scared that we're going to be burned, and there is the potential in this dynamic for being burned, so do be careful. The outcome is the 10th card of the Five of Swords, and this has to do with being driven crazy because we don't have space from other people. Like, we don't have the room to think or the room to breathe, or we don't have the time to go off on our own, so we're ending up a bit flustered by our surroundings through the end of this. Let's see how the astrology is indicating this playing out day to day. So starting out on Sunday the 12th, the major event of the year basically, if not a while, is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, and by now I will have done a full video on this, so link down below for the full kind of spiritual and technical explanation of this, but this is the event of the year, and this is massive constriction, and with massive constriction can come major renunciation, but the pressure can also breed new life. Mercury also joins the radically harsh duo, so through the external world that might not be in our control, choose not to engage in unfairly harsh words. Whatever's happening, think before you speak. On Monday the 13th, the Sun conjoins Saturn and Pluto to further illuminate the major breakdowns happening as the Moon enters Virgo, to turn our focus towards solving those problems, seeing them as an opportunity, because there is a Moon trine to Uranus, which illuminates radically new perspectives on how to get shit done. And then Venus ingresses into Pisces, her exaltation, a beautiful placement for her to be as the world is kind of falling to shreds in this momentary moment, saving our grace of believing in a greater good. The Moon does square Mars though that night, so Monday the 13th might end up with some triggered tensions or some nightmares. On Tuesday the 14th, the Moon opposes Neptune, which might ease our crisis, but at the cost of not being in our best interest. Maybe we are losing sight of the larger game plan. Blurred focus doesn't mean the issue is gone. The Moon trines all of the planets in Capricorn to further ease us into accepting the reality, which is asking us to move into more sustainability. And the tarot cards further confirm that we do really see this as a chance to have greater intuition and strength within ourselves. We just kind of have to get over the hurdle of making those changes. Wednesday the 15th, the Moon enters Libra to invite us to find peace, though in opposition to Chiron, communicates how we feel safe in doing so as kind of complicated. Venus sextiles Uranus to bring opportunity for unconventional ways of harmonizing amidst the somber background energy. So we have several Uranus aspects already this week, which are indicating that unexpected ways to feel upgraded or feeling like we're stepping into a new paradigm are present, even as we're focused on kind of how we're leaving the old. On Thursday the 16th, Mercury ingresses into Aquarius, which is still a Saturn-ruled sign, so we are still focused on Saturnian seriousness, but we are much more open-minded and inclusivity-focused. The Libra Moon squares to Saturn and Pluto remind us that we don't really feel safe right now amidst the limitations. We don't feel stable or balanced, but it asks for acceptance of this lack of balance, kind of like we can get shit done knowing that we have not gotten this shit done yet. On Friday the 17th, the Moon enters Scorpio, which is the sign of the Moon's fall. It's a bit more crisis-ridden than the Moon's search for equilibrium prefers, which draws our emotions into awareness of the dark shadows which are lying inside of us during this time of limbo into the new. The Mercury-Uranus square overstimulates the psyche, so that might be how nearing the end of the week we just feel a bit like there's too many thoughts in our head. We need to meditate and drink some tea. And the Moon square to Mercury and opposition to Uranus further... Oh my god, what's happening with my bra and my computer? Oh, I'm just trying to look at the chart. The Moon square to Mercury in opposition to Uranus further activate emotional reactivity on a sudden scale, so that I feel like by the end of the week we're kind of going stir crazy with those around us, which may or may not have anything to do with the actual crisis at hand. Finally, Mercury and Chiron sextile, which invites opportunity to actually heal through communication. So need some water. It seems like nearing the end of the week there definitely are some hiccups in our relationships, but that they're being solved very quickly so that we can be stronger after the wounds than we were before. Finally, Saturday the 18th, there is a Mercury-Uranus square which perfects and jolts us awake with a mental crisis, though the rest of the day quiets down with just a Moon-Neptune trine that evening. So the morning definitely on Saturday wakes us up with feeling unpredictable, with feeling unhinged, with feeling like I need to get out of the situation. But finally, it changes into power amidst the closure and ease that arrives that night, with trust that things really are not making sense right now, but they make more sense than if I was not doing anything I wanted to do. So with that being said, let's pull out the Work Your Light Oracle deck cards to see what guidance is coming through for a head, body, heart spread. Oh yeah, this definitely is a really beautiful spread for right now. So first we have for the head card, the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? What are you scared to give up because logically you don't know what you would do without that structure? Knowing that you don't have to ascribe any meaning to outside institutions or what you're expected to do. Make your own path, choose your own thoughts. For the body card, we have Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. Maybe this week you do some playful movement like ecstatic dance or some more fluid yoga classes or whatnot. Finding just some lightness to ease, maybe some of these somber sobriety happening. Finally, for the heart card, we have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Remembering that everything rests in the vibration of your heart that you would like to manifest out into the world. And that right here and now, you can tune into that rhythm and you can see, even amidst the distress, even amongst the bullshit, you can still have a powerful heart center that doesn't forget who you are. Now let's pull a Law of Attraction card to get some final words on how to best attract during this time. Words do not teach, my life experience teaches. Words do not teach. It is life experience that brings you your knowing. Reflect into your own past life experience and begin watching for the correlation between the words you are reading here and the life experience that you have lived. Have you been mostly thinking, speaking, writing, and observing that which pleases you or not? Maybe this is a wake-up call of how unsustainable it is to be in a certain environment that does not allow you to think for yourself, or an environment that feels constrictive on your creativity and your personal ability to create. And even though it feels crazy now to have all the abundance of time, and maybe that's where we're going crazy, it's important to see that as an entryway. So with that being said, check out my Saturn Pluto video down below. Check out my private astrology consultations. Let me know how this week is playing out for you. I would love to know. Check out our like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you in the next video.